Hello everybody and welcome back to Malts and Meeples. I'm Petter and today we are wrapping up the playthrough of Welcome to the Moon. Now, mouse do what you're supposed to. You can see it looks a little bit different than normal. And that's because, well, the final scenario, number 8, I'm trying to adjust it so you can see it all. That one is me, circles, versus them, triangles, triangle, circle. And we go back and forth on planets. We don't really go back and forth on turns, though they can lock me out of a turn, which is kind of an odd thing, but they can do that. But of course we have some story to read here. First, 129. Automatic radio message from the New Dawn picked up by the main starship. The Human Alliance manipulation must stop, and it will stop. Today is a new dawn. We will not let them continue, friends. Join us. We have taken control of the great part of their fleet. The final battle is ahead of us. Choose the side of liberty and truth. A new dawn. I will not lie to you. We have known each other for too long. The two systems of planets are our last hope. The probes have found no other inhabitable planet for the human species, and now these rebels want to jeopardize our future. What can we do about them? I'm not sure. So either I can go, every planet must be under our control, whatever it takes, or I must be fair and just. I feel like after the events of what have happened thus far, fair and just seems right. I must hand you your missions, but I will not hesitate to oppose you if you are unable to understand the situation. So we have here 107, 109, and 110. 107, 109, and 110. So, the first one is control one planet of each type on the same sheet. So we have here our two different sheets. And we'll start play on this one first, then this, and we alternate back and forth. This one is improve the value twice for each planet type on the same sheet. So I have to fill in 6 of those. You do that when you spend, let me double check. Energy, yes. All right. Then the final one is to have 4 of my shape on planets. We are playing against Franklin again. It's kind of where we bounce back and forth between. I'm going to give actually this deck one last shuffle. Cut, basically. We're going to play with the symbol side up. This completes one of those. And Of course, I'm doing this sideways. I'm going to try and... I didn't do that triangle towards me. I'm going to try and do the triangles towards me. So we have a 12 there. Now, I'm also playing on this, but I have this whole combination here. And I'm going to, just remember, I don't want to give you energy. So let's do, I guess we're fighting over there. We'll give you this to Astra. I'm doing 12 with a leaf. So I have a circle there. And we cross out a leaf, and I cross out a leaf. Could have done 12 with an energy, actually. No, we're going to stick with what we did. They have a robot symbol and a 6. So on a planet where they get a 6, they complete that one, gives them a leaf. And now they don't cross it off down here. Their scoring is the same as Aui's is. I'm kind of tempted to jump on that 2 with an energy. So let's do that for me. And an energy. Oh, and I already messed up slightly. Just slightly. These are the same. Two and an energy. So I'm going energy over here. Control of planets maybe on this side. We'll see what happens next. We have a 7. We're back over to this side. So 7, I can either put it there or there. I'll put it here. And it's a water. So they cross off that water symbol. Keep on getting energy. I'm probably going to go down here with, doesn't really matter which. Let's do the 9. Use the 9. And that will give them a water symbol. Because, and I put down the wrong symbol. Probably noticed. This is going to be a pain. And you start there. So I grab a leaf. So the element of this that's going to be a pain. And what do I do with the astronaut? So I perform a planning action. So now we're over here. Planning action. And planning action, I need to remember what that one is. A moon of their choice. They go for one that they have the most on. Basically working on their area control. So let's see, what do I have over here? Low numbers. So that 3 and leaf actually is pretty solid for me. Let's do that. Then they're going to have a 14 and a leaf. So we're back over here. 15, 9. I could do 9 in energy. I could do 15 and a leaf. Yeah, let's do Or I could do 14 in energy. Actually, I'm already over here. No, we're going to go here with a leaf. So I'm giving them the 14. Over on this side now. 6. That gains them a robot. And the energy also gains them a robot. I don't think that actually gives them any value, now that I'm thinking about it. I think I gave them a value over here for 1, 2. I think I crossed off there, and I shouldn't have. They don't get the benefit like I will if I ever actually start to use them. So then we have a 6 and a leaf. So now they do cross off the leaf. And I have a 9, a 9. I'll go with a 9 and do another leaf. Alright, so 11 and a robot can be on either of these. Let's do it here. Just means I can't push across as easily. 11, 11, and a 7. Ugh, okay. Let's start. See, robots are worth very few points for them. So let's do the 7. I gain a leaf. And I actually want to give them, I guess we're giving them a robot. I gain another leaf. I'm really scoring well on leaves, and I don't know if that's a good strategy. The answer is probably no. Back on this side. 6. Again, a robot. And they cross that out. So we have a 4 and a 12. I want to do the 12 here. Do leaf, I guess. That's not leaf. Don't leave the screen, because water's slightly better to give them. So we have 1. Okay, well, this actually works out pretty well. So they're going to use the energy symbol for that. That goes there. But I have this planet claimed, because I have more of my symbol than they do. So I'm going to use here the 9 and an energy. Give them the 10 to... Remember, my goal is to complete that. That's kind of what I'm working for right now. Then 11 over on this side. And an energy. Two and 10. So if I do a circle here, I got that planet under wraps. We're going to give you the leaf, and with my energy, let's start down there. They get on this side now 10, so right there. Cross out one of those. As wow, all 10. So I guess we know where we're going. So I'm going there, and I'm going to use a robot finally. I need to be using robots more. Over on this side, 11. They're just wrecking me on robots. I don't really want to go fight them on that one. So I'm going to go here. Give that one up. So I can do that. And now, let me double check. Bonus symbols. Yeah. So I use it and cross it off. Now I want to make sure it does. I thought it had something weird. Oh, no. It just, because you're working this way across to your opponent, so we have a 13. Water. 11. 8. See, 8 and energy. Give the water away. The fact you just bounce back and forth so much, so this becomes a robot, and you're on planet 4. So 13 doesn't help me here. I would need to get some of my symbols up there, so I'm going to kind of ignore that one. I have a 4 and a 5. Let's use the 5. Doesn't matter, actually. And then, sure, 13 goes. Of course, they're getting another triangle here. And then on a 14, triangle there. All right, so that one's completed. Don't need a 1. 12 or 14? Let's do the 14 and that. Get rid of the 12. That gets me a leaf. Apparently I'm just all in on those plants. On this one now, I have to remember. And then one of the 2 spots on the moon. C. Okay. So they go after the ones with the most of my stuff on there here, which would be those 2. That's what happens for C. And then, of course, I got to finish off my turn like normal. And then cross off water. So I'm giving you that. Over here, they're taking a 5. We'll give them that. And that. Oof. And over here now, they look for the ones with the most mine. Tie between those 2. They will add a symbol there. Let's do it here. 3, 4, and 5. Let's do it here, and I will use an energy. Which one's worth fewer points? They're the same points. Let's get rid of the water. 9 on this side, obviously. we go right there. And I want to work on this one, I think. Or no, let's do this. Let's be another one there. And I can use a robot to gain a water. And I gave them the lowest point one for them. Now we're over here. Robot. And a 5. Sure. Go right there. Congrats, you have that one. You don't score points off of it. Over here, can't go there. Go there, and then let's put you there. Come on, big number. Not big enough. So 4 with a robot. Give up leaves? Sure. And then this robot, which gets me that. Ugh. Come on. And on a 15, 13, and 8. Well, 8 is the obvious choice. Let's go here. And then don't really need a circle on there, so let's go there, get another set of points there. We're giving up the 13. That's fine. 1, 2. I feel like I'm missing a card. Because I believe there should be an even number of cards. Oh, it's because I put the 15 in there. Duh. So 8 or 7 or 15. Well, obviously I can't use the 15 over here. So let's do the 8. Which gets me that, which allows me to get that, and then we'll use, I can give you the energy. Actually, no, I've gained, I only have a single circle there, flag, a single circle there, so I haven't gained any of these yet. Oh, that's not true. I gain that, which gains me that. So I can use a robot here. I'm going to use the robot. We've filled in this, so robots won't be useful for me anymore. But I'm going to cross this one out to not give up that. And 2 energy. Now I'm really close to having that one completed over here. And if I can get an established foothold on that planet, I'm actually fairly close to that one as well. I'm nowhere near, I haven't done any of that at this point. All right, one more shuffle. So over here, 4, and it is a planning. So they're going to draw that on the moon. 8 and a 7. I mean, I could go 4. And that's going to, let's do that. 4 there, giving you a leaf. And I'll take a leaf. I want to fight for that moon. Or for that planet. So over here, ooh. 1. And nothing happens because it's a robot. We have a 3 and a 9. Now, like I was saying, I need to get this. So I'm going to use the 1. I'll use the planning. Cost me 3 points, but I now have a stronger foothold over there. Give up a robot. Robots don't matter. Actually, the last time through the deck, it doesn't matter. 14. Gonna go over here, unfortunately. And a robot. 15 and C. So C will flip. There, you can go there and there. And so we have a 9. I'm still pretty strong there. I want to go there. And let's see. I could either gain a leaf or cross off 1 on there. Let's cross off this here. I don't have any of them yet, but it's more important, I think, that I do that. And those robots are only worth 2 points against me. So 1. Energy doesn't do anything. I want to know here. Planet control. Alright, so this actually works out okay for me. Because we both control that planet. And now that gives me all 3 of these. That flips. So I mark down 9 points. Yes. That is right. Okay. Alright. Brain seems to be functioning again. I believe this one goes away. Over here, 7. Only option is here. Robot. You can see that. 7, 11, and 10. Well, we'll do the 7 to gain that. And then we'll give a robot away. Use an energy to do that. Put down our 11 here. So that actually worked out decently well. Over here, 15, nowhere to put it, nothing to use. All right, 6 and 11. So 6 could go here, doesn't help me too much. I'm getting one of those planets. I don't have a planning in there, do I? So I just have energy. So let's do this. Give away that one. And then energy here. I don't need to go this route if I don't want. So I'm going to go here to try and snag points off of both of those if I can. Now we're back to this side. 8. Okay, I know I'm going to be using 8 for myself. I have 8, 8, and 11. So we get rid of this one for them. Actually, I should have... No, that is right. Now I gain a robot, which gains me a leaf, and I gain an energy. So I complete that one, which gains me one of these. And where do I want to go here? I have a decent chance on tans. Over on this side, astronaut means they'll perform planning action. Let me see one thing. Okay, so they can't do anything, but they do take a planning action, which means they're going after either this one or this one. Let's give them that one. 8, 5, and 8. So we'll go there, and I'm actually going to use this just to give myself one more, adjust the number. 9. Man, they're in the lead. I can't catch them on that one. That's a bummer. 12 and A. So they're going to look here. Okay. 1, 2. 12, 12, 9. Obviously, we're going to go and then let's do that. Yeah, feels rightish. 5. Oof. That's brutal. That's their symbol on that one. That's still up for battle. Over here, I want to make sure I haven't missed any. Not completed, not completed, completed. All right, and then 2 more over here. We're getting real close to being done on this one, but I could adjust, but I think I want to do this and leaves. Give up nothing. Now we're back over here. 8. Can't use the 8. Can't use the robot. That works for me. 5 and 7. Okay, but can I use anything is the question. Yes, I can. I can use the 5 there. And that gives me an energy. I've already maxed that one out, so I have a circle on green. Let's use green. Give them that one. That gives me now 3 over here, 3 over there. Will this hit anywhere? 7. No. No. Energy doesn't do anything. 7, 10. Okay, 10's good for me. 9. So if I do, I'm going to do that. Cross off that. And I might as well cross off a leaf. Yeah, I'm giving them points, but hopefully that will work out for me. Now back to this side. 2. Can't use a 2. Can't use a robot. 2. 5. Can't use that either. 10. Gonna use a 10. I can use a 10. 10 gets me there. And then a robot symbol, which doesn't give me anything. So we're down to 2 high number spots there, and 1 spot, 2 spots left over here. 4. Well, we've completed this one. Unfortunately, they got it. Energy doesn't do them any good. 4 and 9. Okay, So this will end this round here, because I'll take that, they get that. I cross off one of those, which means I might as well use the energy symbol. I have green, I have every color, so let's do that. So now this one is full. That signifies the end of the game. It doesn't matter that this one isn't full. It doesn't matter that we haven't gone through all of these yet. So we end the game and tally up points. First off, we have 20 there, 40, 10. So I have one of each. So that means 3, 6, and 12. We got 3 there and 0 there. So I'm just going to add these up together. 79, 89, 91, 94. On that one, here we have 25, 3. I have 2 grays, so that's 24. No blues, so that's 0. And 6 points. Oh, they got that one. On that one, nothing and nothing. Oh, I'm at actually 89. That's minus 3. So 49 plus 9 is another 58. 147. If my math is correct, we're going to say it is. So 20 plus 12. And now 2, 8, 10, 13, 15, 18, 20, 22, 28, 30, 32, 36, 36, 38, 42, 44, 47, 49, 51, 54, 57, 61, 64, 68, 71, 74, 75, 76, 80, 84, 87, 90, 2, 95. So 95, 107, 137 to my 147. If my math was correct, we snuck out a victory there. So let me quickly do my erasing, and then we'll pop back up and do the reading. Now, everything is complete for the game. I don't have another board to show you because we have played all 8 adventures. There are things that unlock and can change up the game, which we may see here in a second. 171. The victory is bitter. I would have preferred to win with you rather than against you. But fate and your bad choices have led us here. With your useless relentlessness, you have doomed us all. What made you want to destroy these asteroids? Is that the correct one? The resources of the planets will never be enough to rebuild everything. Do you have so little respect for human life? You are responsible for ending us all. So I did get how many stars there? 6? 6. So jot that down there. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20 total stars. And it tells us, though, that if, like when we start a new campaign and go to 147, I believe it is. And then that maybe takes us to a new starting point. No, doesn't it? It kind of gives us some text to go on from there. So I have no idea if I did a good job overall on the whole campaign. I'll spend a couple minutes giving real quick thoughts on this game and on this campaign itself. I'm torn on it a little bit. Not much. I enjoyed each puzzle of every game. However, this last game, in my opinion, was probably the weakest. Especially from a solo perspective. As a solo gamer, I don't want to be in charge of myself and my opponent all the time. The others were much simpler in how the AI kind of operated for it. It was just like, alright, you were mainly handing in cards, and that's what matters. The first one's a little bit different as well, but that game itself is a whole lot just simpler overall. I think, honestly, it feels like it falls into a trap of, we know what we want to do here, but we were too smart for our own good. If that makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I reset everything in here because I think they really did nail most of it. It's just this last one is fiddly. Almost all the rest of them took half an hour to play, with picking up the rules basically at the same time as I did with this one. This one took 40 minutes. And it's not 40 minutes of more engaged gameplay for me. It's 40 minutes of trying to remember, am I doing a triangle versus my circle? And which map are we on? So that's kind of my big negative for the game. But overall, I thought the campaign was good. The games felt very different and unique. And it worked. It's, I think, a better campaign than Paper Dungeons has. Still not a great campaign for a roll and write, but it's meant to be easy and accessible to play. So let me know your thoughts if you've played through the whole game, and in particular if you played it multiplayer. Is it more enjoyable for this last mission playing multiplayer? Or if you only played it solo, did you find that the last mission was just kind of extra work as well? But yeah, let me know that down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this content, please give the video a thumbs up. You can also go back and check out all the other videos as part of this Welcome to the Moon series. I'm not sure what game I'll be playing solo next, but I'll be figuring that out soon here. And yeah, if you want to check out, I have a whole lot more backlog of content that you can check out here on the channel as well. And you can subscribe and click that notification bell to know when new videos are coming out. I'm also writing articles daily around board games, RPGs, movies, anime, TV shows, things like that over on nerdologist.com. You can find the link for that down in the description below. And if you love Marvel as much as I do and just watched the first 3 episodes of Ironheart today. You can hear my thoughts on that on the 10-Minute Marvel podcast. That comes out every Sunday. You can find that here on YouTube by searching for 10-Minute Marvel or 10-Minute Marvel. Or you can search for 10-Minute Marvel wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcast from. But with that, bottoms up.